All right, so this auction is live and I wanted to show you guys a preview. This auction ends on March 22nd, 2025, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're here for the open house, you can bid. If you are at home, you can bid on the app or you can bid on browser. I definitely suggest the app. It's way easier to bid on and track your bids and all of that. Before I go through all of this stuff and show it to you, because this is an auction preview video, I want to make sure that you guys know to update your credit card information. Your payment is important to have current on our auction site, because when the auction is over, we end up clerking the auction and we don't want to have to chase you down for payment, and it's just, it adds a lot to slowing down the fulfillment time of getting this stuff out the door. We are a lot different than a lot of auction sites that are online. We try to ship quick within the next, basically between 5 and 7 days of the end of that auction. And I don't know if you guys have ordered from other auctions online, but I have. And it's taken months sometimes for them to just ship the stuff out. So we're set up for shipping here. We want to get the stuff out the door and we want to get onto the next auction. So please help us help you by updating your card information. This auction is one of like 3 that is coming from this Kansas collection. We're calling the Wichita auction. So, or Wichita collection. I'm not sure which exactly it's gonna be, but this is stuff from that. So I'm gonna start going through it. It might be a little fast, you might miss some stuff, but if you do miss something, you can head over to bid.whiskeyrivertrading.com. Head over there, check it out on there. Bunch of high quality images and specs that we put in the description. So, and feel free to email us if you want to see pictures of more stuff. If you're like, oh, I want to see the blade on this or whatever. If we didn't get an image on the auction site, you can just send us an email to customerservice@whiskeyrivertrading.com. Okay, so on to the details, the stuff you actually want to hear. And this is going to be super random. It's not going to be in order on how it is on the auction, but I'm going to show you everything. So here is a sweet cleaver, 7-inch overall. This thing's nice and flat. The spine's not all beat up, and it's got the original hemp wrapped handle with a copper peened rivet on it. Super cool piece, all original, and these things get beat up, and so this one shockingly isn't. So I've got a Hudson Bay, cold steel Hudson Bay, all new old stock with the original sheath. I've got 2 of these, and we've got a Red River one as well, which is this one, which has got a little swooped up part to it. Both really cool examples. So there's 3 of those Hudson Bay. Here's a Western Knife Company knife right here with a sheath. Let's see, we got, oh, these are cool. These are sheep shears. They're not necessarily vintage, but they're not new by any means, but, oop, there we go. Sharp, ready to use, and they come in this leather sheath, belt loop holder. So if you got sheep or you got a friend that has sheep, might be a good gift. Dutch Boy linseed oil can, 7 3/4 pounds. It says on there. This isn't in gallons, but it's roughly a gallon size can, and it's really cool. It's got a bunch of information on the back, and this Dutch Boy logo is badass. S.E. Simmons Keen Cutter shipping box. This is a lid that slides like this, like that. So this is when they would have shipped single heads in a shipment, which is pretty cool. You could just buy a single head and it would come in that little thing. Handle tool roll. Give me a second here while I unwrap this. I had it all wrapped up. This is a salesman sample of axe handles. Look at that. So this would have been a salesman would have traveled around with these. This is the Turner Day and Woolworth Handle Company. So those are cool, little samples. All right, now let's start getting through. Well, I got this stuff on the floor here. We got an Irwin bit set right here in the original wooden box. We've got another Irwin bit set. This one's kind of cool. This one has a hinge on the bottom and it kind of comes out like a drawer at an angle, which is super cool. But it also has a top. So, we've got a smooth plane Craftsman right here. As you can see, it's in really good shape. It was very lightly used, and it looks like it was stored in this box its whole life, which is awesome. Someone really took good care of it. Craftsman woodworker's vise, brand new. It came in a box, but the box was shredded. We tossed that, and here we are. So if you're looking for a 10-inch woodworker's vise, there you go. And saw filer's vise, I guess, if you will. Still works, in good working condition. This wing nut is locked up. I haven't tried to free it up. I figured you guys can do it, whoever wins this one. So, all right, we're just gonna start working our way around the bell here. We got a Kelly house axe. I think it's a 19-inch handle, boy's axe head. Beautiful piece, all original hang. I've got a Hudson Bay, little tiny Norland Hudson Bay with a fire hose sheath and buckle added, nylon buckle. Hung tight, ready to go camping with. It's a really, really nicely made sheath setup. I've got a half hatchet head. This one's stamped Muskrat Man Maker, Ohio. So I'm not sure who Muskrat Man is, but this is a modified half hatchet. It's got the bottom taken off, and it's a great piece to lightweight camp with. No name. Dayton, heavy, nice and heavy. A little packing tape on there, didn't bother anybody. So if you want it, you'll have to clean that off and sharpen it. Panther, you can see it's stamped Panther here. This is a double bit in really, really good shape. And you can see the hardened lines, the temper lines on that. Here we go, we got a wrought iron body, but a steel, hardened steel eye, or a bit on there, inlaid bit. This thing's pitted, but man, it is old. And for you guys who like the wrought iron stuff, this thing's still got a solid, you know, eye walls. It's not like super thin. A lot of these get super thin after they get pitted like that. Here we go, we've got a Blishmeis and Silliman out of Kansas, double bit, etched. We don't get many etched axes in, but this last collection we did actually get a decent amount of etched axes in, so you'll be seeing etched axes. Waith brand out of Kansas. Sorry, St. Joseph, Missouri. Double bit, or sorry, single bit. This thing's got a clear coat on it, and that kept it from rusting, so it's in really, really good shape. I'm a big fan of that one. It's got a really, just a cool crest. So. Here is an old faithful Warren, but this has cedar pattern, which is in really good shape. It's got a little bulge in the eye, you can see, and the pull's a little mushroomed, but a great heavy hatchet. Pulaski, this is a 3-line Pulaski, True Temper Flint Edge Kelly Works, but here's the kicker. On the back side, it's stamped BLM. So Bureau of Land Management. It's got ridges in the eye. It's definitely been used, but it's in good, really good shape. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Plum 3-2 National. It's got a little tooth, little damage on the front, so definitely a project someone can sharpen up. It's got a pin through the eye there that you'll have to remove. Handle. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. This is the Tassie that we have. Kelly, Silver Eagle, True Temper, on the back, made in Canada. This thing is true to weight, heavy. The bit is in very good shape. This thing would not take much to get on a handle. So if you're looking for a Tasmanian pattern in the United States, this would be the one. Little marbles. You can see the 3 holes in the eye right there. This is a marbles number 5. It says on the bottom here. Another Plum National. This is on the smaller side. This is a BSA. It's got a little crest there. So Plum. Another 3-line True Temper Perfect Kelly. It's got to get sharpened. It needs a bunch of edge work, but it's in good shape and it's beveled. So you know how we like those bevels. Another early piece here. This is a Collins. It's pitted. It needs edge work. It's been blunted out so that someone can file it. But you know, the moon crater axe, I like calling these. So this is an Underhill, small, definitely on the smaller side, but early. This is like a tiny little Connie. The eye is pretty jacked up on the top. This is all mushroomed over from someone smashing on it, but I think someone could work this and save it. It's definitely worth more than us just scrapping the thing. So. True Temper Flint Edge. This is a cruiser with chips in the bits. I think that this thing was probably someone's thrower. It had red paint on it. There's a little bit of remnants of black paint, chippy paint, as I call it in the description. But it's stamped 2.2, so 2.5 pound, or it was originally. Plum Rafter, 5 pounder. This thing's crisp, guys. It's still got a little black paint left on the bottom here. It's definitely been used, but I think it was more used on the backside. The pole is waffled here, so you have, and it's kind of dented up from that waffling, but yeah, this is a beautiful piece if you're looking for a faller's axe. Townley, etched, comes with the dust and dirt. This one looks like it came straight out of a barn like this, but great project axe, and you know, good entry level for etched axes, the Townleys. But there's a decent amount of Townleys in this collection. Keen cutter, Jersey. You can see the temper line on that. This one's actually stamped 3-1 on the pole and 724 on the bottom side of the pole. So a lightweight jersey, but would look great on a 28-inch handle. This is another 3-line True Temper Flint Edge Kelly Works, and it's stamped USA very faintly on the top here. The pole's in very good shape. This thing looks like it probably lived on a truck or in a toolbox or a shipping container somewhere with the U.S. government, but the bit needs attention, packing tape all over it. Put a nice edge on that, and you'll have a nice axe. We're selling 6 14-inch files, and actually I don't have the dozen 10-inch flat files out here, but those are new old stock, brand new, ready to go. Crosscut saw. This thing's beautiful. It's missing a little bit off the top. This 5th tooth in is got the tip missing, but you're never going to use this section of the saw. But I think that the rest of this would not take much to make it razor sharp and ready to use. So we oiled it, keep it from rusting any more than it is, and yeah, it's ready to become your guys's. Next one, Rixford. Is this a Rixford? Yep, Rixford Dayton 4-pounder on a 36-inch curved handle. Great little axe. Great big axe. Collins Commander, stamped Collins on this side, right there. Little bevels, also on a 36-inch handle. Original handle, actually. This one's fun. Homemade picaroon on a 36-inch handle. So someone went to town with a grinder on that and made that. Pretty cool. We've got another Townley. This one's got a little chip in the edge, I guess, back of the pole. Pole's been reworked, and the handle's just slipped in there, but it's on a replacement handle. We got a quiche racer. I'm gonna pull this out of the sheath just because I think you guys should see it. It's got a little surface rust on it. It's got some resin, some sap on it from being in the trees. But there you go. Look at that bit. Quiche brand racer, and it comes with leather, fully welted. Right there. We've got another Townley, single bit. So if you're looking for etched Townleys, here we are. We got them. It's a little red paint on it, but yeah, 36-inch straight handle. This one's fun. This is a wood slasher boy's axe. Nothing really super special about this besides the fact that it's tight, it's ready to swing, and it's like on a, it's a little loose on the head, but this handle's gorgeous. I would assume that's a factory handle. It's got a light torch to it. Branton Cochran Allagash Cruiser. So this is an axe that we carry on our website and I figured we'd throw one in. There's a little bitty chip in the base of the palm swell right there, but that's the only thing that is notable about it. This is on one of our 28-inch handles. This is a no name, just working axe, boy's axe, sharp, ready to go, ready to swing. You can buy this one and go chop a tree down. This one I picked up at Iola Car Show, actually, believe it or not. Foil label, Indian. It is Indian Chief brand. It's got a little chip in the bit there, but you can see the remnants of the original paint, and it's the original handle. It is loose and needs to get reworked, but a cool project. It hasn't seen. A lot of these fire axes get beat up right here from hitting the irons and just beating on stuff, but this one doesn't have all that beat up. We've got a hewing hatchet, large hewing hatchet. This is a Collins Legitimus. It's a double bevel. It's got a double bevel. It's hung on a vintage replacement handle, 20 inches overall. And it's stamped on the back, W-U-T-E-L Co. So I don't know if that's a, oh, well, it probably would be a telephone company, actually, now that I think about it. All right, Norland, genuine Norland, boy's axe on an 18-inch handle. We've got a clean cut hewing broad axe. This thing is in really, really good shape. It's nice and flat. It's not bowed. No one's split with it. So a great example, and it's got the little bevel. So it's earlier. And then last and certainly, very certainly not least, is this contraption. I'm not sure what this is. It's obviously an adze, but like, what's this? It's for splitting too. Let me know in the comments if you know what this is. But this is on there for auction. It's obviously very pitted, and it needs an edge put on it. It's been probably in the ground a lot of its life, but it is available, and yeah. So that's what we've got. That's what we got on Whiskey River Trading, or bid.whiskeyrivertrading.com. That's our first auction. We will be having a second auction going live in the next 7 to 10 days. I'm hoping to have it live by the time this one ends. So there'll be more stuff coming, and yeah, stay tuned as we get these vintage collections onto the auction site. So be good, stay sharp, and see you next time, guys.